While the agonising uncertainty continues for the two Australians on death row in Bali, on a small island off the southern coast of Java, preparations for their execution are well underway. The island of Nusa Kambangan is home to Indonesia's highest security prisons, which hold murderers, terrorists and drug smugglers, including those sentenced to death. According to the Indonesian government, it's there sometime in the next few weeks that Andrew Chan and Myron Sukumaran will face a firing squad. Our reporter Louise Milligan travelled to the port town of Cilacap on the Javanese coast, which is the last stop before the fatal shore of Kambangan Island.
It's a 10-hour journey from Bali to Cilacap, a journey from a tourist mecca to what seems like an unremarkable industrial port town. But just across the water from Cilacap is Nusa Kambangan, the island that will be the final stop for Andrew Chan and Myron Sukumaran if Indonesia goes through with their execution. As soon as we arrive at our hotel in Cilacap, we get a sense of being watched. Hotel staff confirm that we are. Within minutes of our arrival, while we were in our rooms, immigration officials had come to check on us. So what's been happening here?
The immigration have been coming lately for checking the documents for the passports, the registration card, because they need the data for report the database, and then yeah, especially for the foreign journalists.
So they've been coming here to check on journalists?
Yes, yes.
They turn up after we arrive?
The immigration office in Bali is tightening the observation of foreign journalists in Kerobokan prison in Bali. Immigration does not want the foreign journalists to cover the case freely without proper visas.
The influx of Australian journalists into Indonesia to cover the Bali 9 case has been big news. In Bali, we were checked and filmed outside Kerobokan jail.
Louise Milligan from ABC Television in Melbourne. I have a journalist visa. It's in my passport in the hotel.
Louise what?
Down the road at the immigration office, we discover that they already have covert photographs of us.
Sekali lagi tentunya kalau memang
If we find a foreigner who does not have a proper permit to be here, we will call and question them, remind them that their paperwork is not in order for the purpose that they are here.
kita akan lihat dulu.
We will see how serious their breach is before we take any action. There are steps in immigration before we decide to deport the person.
Cilacap is not a tourist town. Staying at our hotel are officials visiting to prepare for the execution.
Some from the government itself, coming from the ministry itself, coming from the police department itself.
Is it strange to have this kind of machinery of state rolling into this town, preparing for the execution?
Yes, yes. The intensity is quite strange.
The intensity is highest down at the Nusa Kambangan ferry terminal. The Indonesian press are everywhere. Over the water, Nusa Kambangan prison is home to hundreds of the country's most serious criminals. The prison was built by the Dutch colonists in 1870. Jakarta has banned any foreign journalists from even getting on boats. The man charged with stopping them has just one name, Dwi Por. He's worked at the island jail since 1984, and he knows more about its history of executions than pretty much anyone.
Eksekusi di mana If you want to know the story in the past, they would bury the prisoner where they were executed, sometimes in the jungle, sometimes somewhere else. It was very rare that they even informed their family, because anyone who was sent to Nusa Kambangan was considered as gone forever.
As for Sukumaran and Chan, Dwi Por disagrees with the Indonesian Attorney General, who blames the delay in their execution on the fact that Nusa Kambangan's facilities aren't ready.
We do have the place already from the last execution. We have everything there and ready. The process, based on my experience in the past, is that they usually do it at midnight. By 10 p.m, they will inform the inmate. Then they prepare the inmate, and by 11 p.m, the guards will pick them up with the van, and then, after the execution, they will put them in the ambulance.
It's a macabre ritual, but Dwi Por has seen it all before, and he's not bothered.
I'm just enjoying myself. Sure.
The fight to save Andrew Chan and Myron Sukumaran from ending their days on this island continues. On Tuesday, a court in Jakarta will hear an administrative appeal into their case. And only a few days ago, that didn't seem likely. Whether it will sway President Joko Widodo or his Attorney General remains to be seen. But the attorney has announced that their transfer to the island has been delayed until next month. Buoyed by the hope that the delays are permanent, in Sydney and Melbourne, supporters of Chan and Sukumaran have been holding vigils. But in Chillichap, life goes on. As families enjoyed their evening ritual in the town square, we couldn't find anyone who disagreed with the execution.
I agree they should be executed. Not only Australian people, but everyone. These drug traffickers should be executed even if they're Indonesian.
My personal opinion on drugs is Indonesia has a serious problem with them. So I agree with our president that those who are convicted of drug trafficking have to be executed.